Hey everybody, and welcome back. Apologies for the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 review not being out. It'll be out the week of Christmas. There was a delay. I have finally received it, and I have started working on it. So instead, I'm going to show you a bit of my Black Friday haul, shall we say. This is mostly from one company, but I'm going to start with Arrow. This is Bloody Birthday. I just finished watching this. There's a commentary with The Hysteria Continues. They are a podcast who goes over slasher films. This movie has Julie Brown in it, and a whole bunch of killer kids, oddly enough. This is a fun little movie. It was in, I think, 81, and just fun movie. Arrow released a really good special edition. Severn put out a bare bones version of this. But Arrow would be the way to go. Arrow put this out and The Baby. The Baby also was released by Severn in one of their earlier Blu-ray titles, so I highly recommend this. This is a lot of fun. Sticking on the Killer Kids theme, Kathy's Curse. Now, Kathy's Curse, if this looks familiar, you might have seen this on Red Letter Media's Best of the Worst. This is, oddly enough, I just talked about him, Severn. Severn put out Kathy's Curse in this Blu-ray package, has a director's cut and an alternate US release, has some audio commentaries, a trailer. I have yet to watch this one, but I've heard that it's really good, and it's, again, another killer kid film. Next up, from Vinegar Syndrome, The Children. And you would go, hey, there's evil-looking children. I bet it's a killer kid film. And you would be correct. Yet another killer kid film. Troma put this out in, I think, a 20th anniversary special edition DVD. This is a Blu-ray. This is the slipcover. Here's the inside of the slipcover. This has audio commentaries and archival audio commentary. A look at the locations then and now. This is one that I have yet to watch as well, at least in this edition. I have seen it on the DVD. But this one can be kind of boring if you're not into killer kid type films. But it is fun as well every once in a while to watch something like this. Next up, Cutting Class. Again, from Vinegar Syndrome. Now, I have the Axe slipcover, I guess is what this is. And here's what the inside looks like. This also has a commentary with The Hysteria Continues. Brad Pitt's first slasher film. Also, Martin Mull shows up in it. Martin Mull is currently in The Cool Kids. He was also Colonel Mustard in Clue the movie, and was Sabrina's principal in Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Melissa Joan Hart. I watched this, and it is a lot of fun. Also, fun fact. The singer of Mellow Yellow and Suntan Superman, Donovan, his son is in this movie playing a character that I'm pretty sure goes by the nickname Frankenstein. I say pretty sure because while I did watch this, the names kind of escape me right now. But this one is a heck of a lot of fun if you enjoy slasher films and some really weird slasher films at that. Speaking of weird slasher film, Star Time. Star Time has Maureen Teefy in it. Maureen Teefy was in Grease 2. I can't remember the name of her, but she was, or the name of her character, but she was in the song Do It For Our Country with Louis DeNucci. Star Time is an odd slasher film. The main character may be mentally disturbed. I know most killers are, but may have a disability of some sort where he's obsessed with TV. And when his favorite program gets canceled, he kind of goes off the deep end. This is just the weirdest movie I have ever seen. And I have my YouTube show, and this is even weirder than most of the stuff I cover. We will be covering this at some point. Just know that if you purchase this, again, a Vincent title, that it is odd and may not be for everybody, because I actually found this film quite disturbing. Now, there is a commentary track with the director, and then an interview with a cinematographer, a short film, and a trailer. So again, Star Time didn't get the one with the slip, but really weird film. Next up, Shot. Shot was filmed at the U of I in Champaign. This is technically a student film. Here's the cover. Here's the other inside of the cover, I should say. Now, this has an interview with the director and an audio interview with the producer. I have this. I may not cover it on my show, and yes, this is a student film, but it's it's from an area that I know, honestly. This is from an area that I know. It's a student film, and it's kind of a neat little history from the state of Illinois. Next up, Mausoleum. This, along with the children, was one of Vinson's Black Friday sales. Or Black Friday exclusives, excuse me. And Mausoleum, I have always seen. This is the slip for it. The same artwork here. Now, this is the DVD that I'm pulling out, but now the DVD artwork, you can't see it? Okay. Now the DVD artwork, you might recognize. I have always seen this at video rental stores, at FYEs, and I always thought it stood out because of the cover. I had seen it on VHS when I was a kid, and I really liked it, so I picked it up. I have not watched this version of Mausoleum. Now, it is newly scanned and restored in 4K from the original negative, and there is an interview with the John Carl Beekler, whom I interviewed at Horror Hound, an interview with him and about how he did the special effects makeup. So again, a fun little thing, Blu-ray exclusive from him. Switching gears, Arrow Video. Arrow put out this now rare set. There's some rights issues going on between Arrow and Blue Underground. This has Django by Sergio Corbucci. Yes, for those not in the know, Django Unchained was a remake of this film. Well, not remake, but use the same name, shall we say. And this also includes Texas Adios. This is, I do believe, a 4K scan. This edition came with a poster and a booklet on both films. I watched a little bit of this version of Django, and it is the best it has ever looked. I have yet to check out Texas Adios, but again, this is rare for now. This and the Steelbook are rare until the rights issues are figured out. But I got my copy, and once this goes back on the market, I'd say go find it. So yeah, that's Django. Next up, Love Camp 7 from Blue Underground. Love Camp 7 is one I have heard a heck of a lot about. This is, of course, the 2-disc limited edition and original uncensored version. I did not get this from Blue Underground, though. Vinegar Syndrome has a staff pick selection. So, a lot of the next ones I'm going to show you were under those. This was one of them. I have seen Love Camp 7. I saw it when it was first released on DVD. And I remember it being odd. It's a Nazi-exploitation film. So, just an odd one, but I remember liking it. So, here's Love Camp 7. These next few are actually Vincent releases. Nurse Sherry, which is a psycho nurse film, which sounds like a lot of fun. This one is newly scanned 2K from the negative, and it has a commentary as well. There's also a Then and Now and an alternate feature-length exploitation version. But yeah, this one I saw on cable a while back. I couldn't tell you what channel it was, but I remember thinking it was just odd. I want to say, on cable, I mean like Showtime or HBO or some weird channel, but that's where I saw this one. Also with Vincent, A Touch of Genie with Tina Russell. I thought that said Jane Russell. Harry Reams and Mark Stevens. Now, I'm pretty sure this is basically I Dream of Jeannie. And because Harry Reams is in it, I would almost venture to guess an adult film. Now, it may not be, but it very well could be. This was restored in 2K. There's 2 interviews on it and a trailer. So if this is not an adult film, we'll probably be covering this, as well as Nurse Sherry. Also, A Woman's Torment. And this one is from Vincent as well. And this one was scanned in 2K. There's a commentary with the director, Roberta Findlay, Now, I do believe this has 2 versions on it, because one says audio commentary on the R-rated version. So, this I've heard a lot about, and Roberta Findlay is also I think, directed the movie Snuff. Or she was in it, I'm not 100% sure. But just an oddity, and I'm excited to check this one out. Now, this is another era one. This is a special edition. I believe it's the 2-disc, so someone who asked me, I don't have the 3-disc, I have the 2-disc. And this is Blood Rage. Now, Blood Rage, if you watch my show, and you know I'm a huge Joe Bob fan, Blood Rage was actually on the Thanksgiving edition of Joe Bob's Dinners with Death Marathon. That's where I first saw this. And if you look on the cover, that doesn't look like cranberry sauce. But it is a Thanksgiving slasher film. It is very bizarre, very odd, and kind of neat in that it's a Thanksgiving slasher. There's no puppet turkey. There's no turkey grabbing a chainsaw and saying gravy. But this was a lot of fun. Like I said, I saw it on Joe Bob's Marathon, and this was amazingly good. The last one from Vince In is The American Dreamer. Now, The American Dreamer is a documentary about the making of Dennis Hopper's The Last Movie. I have not seen The Last Movie, but I have heard very good things about this, and it looks a little bit like Mad Dog Morgan on the front, but it is not. It is about the making of The Last Movie. If this works out, this might be on the show too. Not 100% sure yet. But again, I'm very much looking forward to this. So, thank you, folks. That was my Black Friday haul, shall we say, from Vinegar Syndrome, and special thanks to Vinegar Syndrome for this package. And hope everybody watches the Christmas special, holiday special, whatever you celebrate. It will come out the Friday of Christmas week. So Christmas is on a Tuesday. That Friday you can look for my Christmas episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to all the patrons. And I will see you guys next time. Happy holidays.